All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Secret Formula of Femininity channel. I am Dr. Nicole. You know, it's been a while since I went live, and I want to start back doing it again because I love interacting with you guys in the live format. And I thought, what better chance or what better time than now? Because unless you're living under a rock, then you probably know that there's a viral issue taking storm throughout the therapy world, throughout the content world, the coaching world, the self help relationship world. And at first, I thought this was more confined to like the Black spaces that talk about these issues, but it has gone even more global and more viral. And that is the issue, as we know, of Cheyenne Bryant and this whole issue of PhDs and credentials and what does it mean to how you represent yourself and what your credentials are. Does that make you credible or not? And of course, being a licensed psychologist, being a certified life coach, being a professor, being a relationship expert, this kind of touches on all of the areas that I'm attached to. And so at first I was like, am I really going to talk about this? And then I thought there is such an important angle that I don't see a lot of people addressing with this. And I think it's important. And that's what I'm going to talk about. So I want to talk about this whole idea of the bigger picture. What does this PhD, fake PhD issue topic say about us? Not just about the person, but about us. Because this is the issue of the moment right now. It's not the first, and it won't be the last. And as someone who studies human psychology, as someone who studies sort of our vulnerabilities, our cognitive biases, the things that kind of make us vulnerable to being exploited and tricked and taken in different directions, I think this is a perfect time to talk about this. So as you know, the topic of credentials has been big in this space, and there's always been a debate about it. As you know, I'm a PhD holder. Yes, degree right there. And I think it was funny looking on social media, and people were like, you know, when you get higher education, when you get a degree, when you get a PhD, you want to show that thing off. I still have my cap and gown. You have, you know, copies of your dissertation, you have your diploma up. Like, you are not hesitating to let everybody know. You know, some people call it hubris, some people call it you guys are full of yourself, but it's because of the hard work that went into it, right? So yes, it is something that is talked. These debates come up all the time. Book smarts versus street smarts. What is the source of real credibility? You know, oftentimes people both dismiss formal education while they also admire it, and sometimes they fake having it. So I always find that fascinating. But the thoughts that I want to share are in a few areas that have to do with that. Like, what is that innate thing in us before we even think about it that gives someone credibility, that in our minds makes them authoritative, that allows us to kind of believe someone? And it made me think about so many aspects of our human interactions, like sales. Sales is about persuading people or getting into relationships. We're talking a lot about relationship dynamics these days, such as, you know, being gaslit or who's a narcissist. Are you breadcrumbing, ghosting? Like, all of these are forms of interacting and communicating that in some ways play on human psychology. So when this whole Cheyenne Bryant thing came up, that's what it made me think about.